And hello, we are back. For those who are new here, which is probably everybody, I'm Juliana and I work for the Open Information Security Foundation, writing code, documentation, and co-mentoring outreach interns, mainly for the open source network monitoring and security tool Suricata. And today, I think this is the second session of the day. On the first one, which was just ended maybe some 15 or so minutes ago, we worked on a small patch to log to our stats, to our stats log some information with regards to our alerts queue. And now I'm trying to test it a bit before I submit a pull request, and to make sure that I have things somewhat right, and also to have this behavior tested somewhere. I'll just do the thing that I usually never do, which is mention that we are live. Let's do that. Here. Now working on Suricata verify test for the stats with the patch. Suricata false. I don't know which tags I should use, but yeah, well, that's what we have for now. And I'll also tell a friend who apparently just joined right before I ended the session. So nice. I promise I'll faster one day. I'm sorry. Singing. No one deserves that. Okay, so as I had said before, I want to add a few more rules here. They will be discarded. I just want to see them showing up in our log. Why is there a blank line? This triggers me. Why is there a blank line there? Well, okay. So from 9 to 17, copy. Now let's add them. I'll remove this. And this is 8. None of those will trigger, I'm assuming, because they have, at best, they will have the same internal ID as some of the other roles that are already queued. And because we will have already reached the max alert, we won't have those triggered. That is my assumption. I hope this is right. Otherwise, I probably have more to understand about the patch that I wrote. So this is for the IDs. ID 7. internal ID. Wait, this was rule 4. No match rule. This is 8. It is 9. If that was 5, 6, 7, but this is, I think this will mess up with things, which makes me want to use one of the other rules instead of one that would trigger, like if I use this one, if I copy this one, because I know this would have a higher internal ID, I don't have to worry that it is messing up with the alert queue, and then I don't have to worry, I'm hoping that I'm messing up with the existing test. So because this one could mess up with things, I will be gentle to me. How do I do it? Like this. There, replaced. And same for this one. Now 7, I don't care about the internal ID at this point. Just what we have discarded. No match rule 9. Yes, this worked well. If I try to paste it again, will it have disappeared? Nope, this time it was fine. Oops. 10, 11. Now we have to also change the signature ID, otherwise Suricata will complain. This is 10. Yeah, those are wrong. I don't know. Wait. Uh, 10. This is 1, 2, 3. Why do I have? Because the internal ID is different. Okay, I'm not. Nope. This is 12. No repeated signature IDs. No, we are good. I added go away blank line. Let's I'm deleting these because I don't know what is the internal ID for these other rules, so I don't want to add false information. All right, now we should have more discarded alerts if, and the test should fail again, right? What did I do wrong? Why aren't you failing? Don't you match? What did I assume wrong? We still have the same alerts, of course, because we don't have a queue, so we don't have more alerts being queued to show up in the Eve log, but I would expect to see more there, but I don't. And why is that? Maybe... all right. So what is... There's one case that is not being considered here, which is if we have an alert, well, first of all, if we still have space in our alert queue, we will have more alerts queued. And then we will just append until we reach packet alert max. When that happens, we check if the alerts that we have in the queue have a higher or a lower priority ID in comparison with the one that we are trying to append. If that is the case, then the new signature that has a higher priority will be queued and some alert will be discarded. And that is when we will have something logged to the queue. But there is also the situation where we went here and what? I'm checking if there is a situation. We have a situation here. Yeah, the situation where we have the same alert and then it doesn't go here nor here. If we reached this, there is a rule that should go somewhere. Here, the discarded rule was this one. Here we had a discarded rule that was part of the queue and left the queue. And here, we could have a rule that was never part of the queue. And this is a different situation. And I should ask my mentor what should be done in this case. Because it's another case. And I don't know if we want to log them in the real, well, not the real, but as the same thing or not. So let's ask. Realize that we have at least two situations. A signature in the queue, the alert queue is replaced the new alert, the new match output happens for a signature with a lower priority ID, so it will be discarded and nothing changes in the alert queue. Do we want to log these two as the same thing in the stats log? I think that is the question that I had in mind for now. I'm thinking if we do want to have the same thing, I mean, if it doesn't matter to us where do things happen, I mean, that's not what I mean. If it doesn't matter to us whether the signature was replaced in the queue or if we never even put it in the queue before discarding it, we could probably just have it here. Because if we entered here, some signature will be discarded. Because this is for appending and we are at packet alert max, so in any case one signature will be discarded. If we got here, some signature was discarded, some alert discarded, regardless of the situation. So that is my assumption. And now we have to make everything again. So my assumption is that with this change, I will see what I was expecting to see here in the beginning, which was not happening because the alerts were not even being queued, because I selected ones which would have a higher, a lower priority anyways. And that's why I think we didn't see any changes here, but I hope now we would. And if my assumption is correct, now the test will fail. What do we have then? Overflow. We have 4. Does this make sense compared to what we have? Let's check the test rules. We had these, and up until here, we did not have any discarded, well, we did had one discarded row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why don't we have 5? Because those are counted per packet, and because they are counted per packet, things change. I think it's time to change these or to run GDB. And you notice that you got lazy. So let's do the magic that Sam taught us. So we select it, then we go Ctrl D, and then we can change all at once. Notice. And because it's notice, it will always do the thing, log, but I have to compile again, and that is when GDB is better. But because of the first debugging thing where I had to be using print statements, I'm back to feeling lazy about using GDB, and that's where we are. And I have debug. Maybe if I had ran it with verbose mode, we would see the output without having to do what I just did. So yeah, don't do what I did. Check first. Now, alert max, higher alert max, higher priority something, append higher priority. And I want to see what we have in the output. Std out. Replacing. So we have one replacing. Oh, we only have one. Okay, so let's this one does not match. And these were rules that I changed. So I messed up. How much can I undo things? Yeah, I cannot undo things. So what happened here? This rule here matches. We have it here and it's a match rule. So this one, it matches. Even though SmartRule said it doesn't, it does. So this one matches. So does this one. D size, this doesn't match. So this one is for sure that if it did not match, it will not be discarded. So, sorry. Wait, what did I do wrong? This matches, okay. And index, this matches as well, okay. What? Oh my. Okay. So let's see. Index HTML, this matches. Okay, so we have one replaced row from these here. At least one is replaced. Okay, so we should have one discarded. And then this doesn't match. So this doesn't count. This matches, so it counts. So that's 2. This matches, that's 3. This matches, that's 4. And that's what I got, right? Right. 4. Yes, 4. Okay. Okay. So things are not crazy. It's just what is expected to happen based on the rules we had. So I'm okay. This part is working fine. Let's undo this. And now I think I'll leave the test like this, because then we have, oh, not like that, because that's wrong. But yeah, I can change it from here. Here, if I do that, the test should pass. Okay. So yeah, I think I'll leave the test as this, because then we have we check the thing that we wanted. And all right, that went to the pull request, so I should not change it unless there's a good reason. But this part works. So I'm not sure if I want, I could submit a pull request with this, because then it can be checked and I ask the questions that I have on the pull request itself, so it's easier to visualize and folks can see what's going on. Or I could wait for an answer from my mentor, but I think that will only happen tomorrow now, because it's late, and we hope that folks take time to rest and all of that, right? So I think I'll go with the tests, well, submitting a pull request for the tests and the change. But before, let's go to a new branch, because all that we have here is unrelated to the previous batch. First of all, there's one to do here that is not needed any longer. Okay, this stays because we have to decide how to handle that. Again, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so first things first. Oh, that was for the evlog. Then I added that. All right. Let's go to TIG. Check the staged changes. And I changed all of them. Can I? No, but I can do like chuk. And then I can commit. Alert max. Test alert max. Add check for discarded alerts. And this is related to the issue 5178. No, 5179, which by the way, I'm working on. So this is in progress. And this is 5179. Check that we correctly log to our stats. Log to stats. How many alerts have been discarded? Yeah, have been discarded after we reached discarded due to packet alert queue overflow. All right. All right, so let's push. This is done. This one I want to have it in a different branch, and this is good. This will be alert queue overflow stats huge name. This is view 1. Now let's go to tick, and all of these changes are connected to the same thing, so to me they could go in the same commit. But I don't know what to put here, so I'll leave. We abort the commit because there's nothing. And I want to check how have folks output stats use unique thread data name. Oh, should I update the copyright? Stats output, okay. Excuse me. Counters only print alerts if stats are enabled. Cool. Let's go back. Output stats. Yeah, that's where the work was done. Decode stats. I'm working on more than one place. I would go with detect stats. Allow uninitialized stats API. Okay. Next. Fix missing extern keyword. Okay. Fix stats not always syncing in flow timeout. Update warning for new default behavior. Stats add global way to check if API is enabled. Doc stats minor clarifications on 5.0 defaults. Oh, that's old. All right, okay. Back. Okay. That's new-ish. I'll go with detect stats. Why did I leave? What did I? Oh, that's Clang work. Oh, there. Okay. Yes. Now let's go here. And I'll go with, what did I say? Detect stats. Log. What did I use here? Logout total of discarded alerts. What? Add to add a counter to our stats log that with the total of alerts that have been discarded due to packet alert queue overflow. Task 5179. Sorry for the noise. 5179. Wait, no. No. What? Okay. Now I'm assuming this is. Do we have anything new here? No, we don't. I think I'll submit this as a draft because I think there would be mosquitoes. More work to be done here, but I want to have it there so it's easier for Victor to visualize what I've done and then decide on what to do. And what is the process now? So the process now is to wait for the checks, and if there are no errors, then I could do from here, go from here. Then I can submit a pull request. That's always what I do. I'm too scared. Sometimes I still make that mistake, but I try not to. So I always wait for checks to go well, and then I submit a pull request. And because, oh my, stop. Because we have to wait now, I think it's time to have another break. This was a cool short session where I did not feel extremely lost and confused. That is good for a change. And yeah, thanks for helping me focus. And I may come back again today with something about probably not the pull request, I don't know, but at the very least, yeah, I think I will, because it will be the first pull request for something, so I probably will. And then something else, we'll see. For now, we wait for the checks and hope that nothing will fail, so I don't have to fix anything. But let's see. Let's see. Again, thanks for helping me focus, and see you in a few.